What is AI? What does it mean for something to be intelligent? And where did AI come from? Let's start at the beginning. It all started in 1950 when British computer scientist Alan Turing published a paper called Computing Machinery and Intelligence. In it, he proposed what we now call the Turing test as a way to determine whether or not a computer could think. The test goes like this. If you were to engage in a conversation with a person, and you couldn't tell that they were a machine, then that machine would be considered intelligent. It was a radical idea, and it sparked a lot of interest from scientists around the world. In the years that followed, researchers began to develop programs that could play games like checkers and chess and even solve mathematical problems. But these programs were limited because they were hard-coded to do just those things. They couldn't learn or adapt to new situations. In 1956, a group of scientists at Dartmouth College came up with a new approach. Instead of hard-coding programs to do specific tasks, they would build a program that could learn from experience. This breakthrough led to the creation of the first AI program called the Logic Theorist, which was able to prove new mathematical theorems by itself. Over the next few decades, AI research would continue to grow and evolve with new breakthroughs happening all the time. But eventually funding would dry up and the field of AI would enter what is known as an AI winter. Interest in AI would pick up again in the 1980s with the development of expert systems. These were programs that could mimic the decision-making process of a human expert in a particular domain. For example, there was one expert system developed that could help doctors diagnose diseases, and another that could help financial analysts make investment recommendations. However, by the 1990s, the hype surrounding expert systems had died down, and once again funding for AI research dried up, leading to another AI winter. But this time it wouldn't last for long. In the year 2000, Google was founded and one of their first products was a search engine powered by machine learning algorithms. Machine learning is a type of AI where computers are taught to learn from data without being explicitly programmed to do so. This breakthrough allowed Google to provide much more accurate and relevant search results, which quickly made Google the dominant search engine on the market. This success fueled the growth of AI research and development, and today, Google is at the forefront of AI innovation. So you might be thinking, what does any of this have to do with me? Well, AI is all around us these days. For example, Netflix uses AI to recommend new shows that you might want to watch, and Amazon uses AI to recommend new products that you might want to buy. Self-driving cars are being tested on public roads, and robots are being developed that can perform surgery with greater precision than human surgeons. AI is also being used to fight crime by identifying potential criminals before they commit a crime, and even to predict the weather with greater accuracy than traditional methods. As you can see, AI is quickly becoming an important part of our lives. But what does the future hold for AI? Will it continue to grow and evolve, or will it eventually reach a point where it is no longer useful? Only time will tell. But for now, we can appreciate all the ways that AI is already improving our lives and making our world a better place. You probably didn't know this, but there is a country that doesn't allow the use of AI. It's true. There is a country that has banned the use of AI, and it has been doing so for over 20 years. You might be asking yourself, why would an entire country ban something that's so beneficial to society? Well, the answer is actually quite simple. The country in question is North Korea, and its government is afraid that AI will give its citizens too much power. North Korea is one of the most isolated countries in the world, and its citizens have very little access to information or technology. The government tightly controls everything that its citizens see and do, and it's done so for decades. The government believes that by controlling all information, it can maintain power and keep its citizens under control. But as technology advances, it's becoming more and more difficult to control information. The internet has made it possible for people to access information from all over the world, even if their local government is trying to keep them in the dark. And this is a threat to the government's power. When you think about it, it makes sense why they would ban AI. After all, AI is just another form of technology that could be used to spread information and ideas. And that's something that the government doesn't want its citizens to have access to. By banning AI, the government is able to maintain its grip on power and keep its citizens in the dark. It's a sad situation, but it's the reality for millions of people who live in North Korea. So what do you think? Do you think that AI is a threat to society, or do you think that it's beneficial? Let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I'm always posting new videos about artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. Now let's move on to the next video. In the early days of AI research, there was a lot of hype and excitement about the potential of this new technology. People were convinced that it wouldn't be long before machines were able to perform any task that a human could do. However, as time went on, it became clear that this wasn't going to happen anytime soon. The progress that was being made was slow and difficult, and it seemed like every time a new breakthrough was made, there was another setback right around the corner. As a result, funding for AI research dried up, and the field of AI entered what is now known as an AI winter. However, in recent years, interest in AI has picked up again. This is due to a number of factors. One is that we have more data than ever before. This is because the internet has made it easy to collect and store vast amounts of data. Another factor is that we have more computing power than ever before. This is because of advances in hardware and software that have made it possible to process vast amounts of data quickly and efficiently. Finally, there is the issue of competition. Countries around the world are investing heavily in AI research and development. This includes countries like China and Russia, who are seen as potential rivals to the United States. As a result, there is a lot of pressure to make sure that the US stays at the forefront of AI research. Due to these factors, interest in AI has picked up again, and funding for AI research is at an all-time high. Many experts believe that we are on the cusp of some truly remarkable breakthroughs in AI. Some believe that it won't be long before machines are able to perform tasks that were previously thought to be exclusive to humans, such as driving a car or diagnosing a disease. However, others are more cautious. They believe that while AI can be incredibly powerful, it's important to remember that it's still just a tool. A tool can be used for good or for bad. It all depends on the intentions of the user. There are many ethical considerations when it comes to AI, and it is important to have a discussion about these issues and make sure that we are developing and using AI responsibly. Despite these concerns, there's no doubt that AI is rapidly advancing, and it will continue to change our world in big and small ways. Only time will tell what the future holds for AI. But one thing is for sure, it is a future worth watching. So what do you think? Are you excited about the future of AI, or are you worried about it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.